Okay. How does this Ice Blizzard 3 currently? It is August 28th, 2026, right? Okay, sorry it's taking me so long to make a video. What I was trying to do was I was trying to wait until this eclipse that happened on August the 12th to basically show us exactly what was going to play out throughout this period of time. So again, it is now 12:04 a.m. August 28th. I was waiting for the lunar eclipse to hit, which just happened roughly about like I believe 30 minutes ago. So since August 12th, 2026, I believe that Hayden Panettiere, she passed away, I believe, on August the 16th, 2026, and also Dolly Parton, she passed away on um August 25th, 2026. Now, I did say that for Donald Trump that he should be careful around the date of the 22nd of August 2026. Crazy enough, Hayden Panettiere, her birthday is on August 21st, I think 1989. Let me pause for a second to get her birthday and year. Let me unpause. Now, before I forget, Dolly Parton, she was hospitalized on August 21st, 2026, and she passed away on the 25th of August, 2026. So let me get Hayden Panettiere's year of birth real quick, and then I'll be back. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. So yes, Hayden Panettiere, her birthday is on August 21st, 1989. She was born in Nyack, New York, and she was 36 years old on the date that she passed away, and she passed away on August 17th, 2026. Um, I'm on Astroseek right now, so hope no pornos pop up or whatever. Let's see here. And I believe her birth chart has been rectified because she did say, I believe inside of a memoir, she said that her rising sign was a Sagittarius. So while I'm here right now, I'm going to go ahead and do a try to see what could have possibly caused her death. Let me pause for a second. Looking at via the eclipse that hit on the 12th of August 2026. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. I'm looking at her chart, and being that that this chart has been rectified, you can't really see exactly her where her ascendant um where the ascendant is inside of a chart. All I can really say is that natally she has K2 conjunct her natal sun, and on the I believe on the 18th or the 19th of August 2026, I believe, transit K2 left the sign of Pisces and Virgo and went to the signs of Aquarius and Leo, which houses Hayden Panettiere's natal sun, but also her natal K2. So pretty much the nodes or Rahu and K2, they deal with fated events, and maybe it could have meant that it was going to be a loss of ego and status or fame. And what happened was, I guess she passed away. There's a lot of speculations in regards to what was the actual cause of her death. But they said there was cardiac arrest, and other details are pending toxicology reports. So that's just that. But so yeah, a cardiac arrest is what reportedly has killed her. Now on to Dolly Parton. So pause a second. I need to pull a chart up real quick. Let me unpause. I want to show you basically. Hayden Panettiere. Well, this phone screen is crap, but if you look right here, uh, that round thing right there is the sun, and that upside down omega symbol is K2. I'm looking at it right. Yeah. So that's loss of status and ego. So, and Rahu is here. Ooh, kind of hard to do this. I need a computer. Anyway, then pause a second to pull up Dolly Parton's chart, because her chart is interesting. It's funny how a lot of astrologers were saying that this eclipse was going to take out a king or Donald Trump. And Dolly Parton, her natal ascendant is conjunct this roughly very close to the same ascendant. She has the same ascendant as or very close to Donald Trump's. So let me pause a second. Pause. And another thing is that I wonder Drake, the rapper Drake, went through anything crazy around this time too, because his descendant is supposedly or reportedly also in the area of his chart. Pause. Let me just pause. Okay, so I'm back. So Dolly Parton, she was born on January the 19th, 1946, in Tennessee. I think it's Sevierville, Tennessee. She died at age 80 years old on August 25th, 2026, and the cause was cancer, reportedly. And let's see here. So what took her out seemingly was let me pause a second, because when I looked at a different software, it showed that her ascendant was closer towards Leo, towards the early degrees of Leo, like around like 1 degree of Virgo. So you pause a second. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. So apparently I must have read her chart or meditated on her chart slightly. I was probably off a little bit, but it's her natal moon is basically very close to the fixed star Regulus, which is very close to Donald Trump's natal ascendant as well. And so when this eclipse happened, it basically eclipsed her moon, and her moon rules her 11th house, but she also has Saturn and Mars there inside of her 11th house, and Saturn for her rules her 5th house and 6th house, but 5th house and her 8th house. So that could have been a shocking loss in regards to her fame in her social circles, because the 11th house deals with that. And so this eclipse could have activated that inside of her chart. So let's see here. So that could have been what caused her death. A lot of astrologers, they're still wondering how come they take out Donald Trump. But being that I read this, I meditated on it wrong. Maybe the eclipse, and I'm not showing anything. So let me scroll this up a little bit. Hopefully you don't see no pornos on here. But the eclipse that hit right here inside of the chart, and that's her moon right there. And so it was at roughly it was at I think 29 degrees, 29.554 degrees of Leo, which is very close to 0.58 degrees of Virgo. Let me pause a second because I need to reorientate myself. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. So now there are 3 points inside of a person's chart that is very important in regards to their vitality and their ego and them physically and emotionally. So emotionally, that deals with your moon, but that can also do with your physical body as well. Somewhat of how you are internally, and how you take things internally. And again, it's the moon. The sun is your ego and how you are, how you take things in regards to your ego. And then your ascendant is like your physical body. And so with this eclipse going over Donald Trump's natal ascendant, everybody thought that it was going to take him out. And also probably even Drake too, the rapper Drake, because his ascendant is also conjunct the fixed star Regulus and that points out of the sky. So I haven't heard anything about Drake. And Donald Trump, I think he ended up going to he had several events that he went to. I think it was the America's 250th Grand Prix, something like that, where they were racing cars. I think Donald Trump even raced around a racetrack inside of the Beast, or the presidential transport vehicle. And also he was waving a green flag around. And I was like, Okay, you're begging for it. But I'm pretty sure that his security was extremely tight around that period of time, because a lot of people were saying that he could be assassinated around that time. And so I'm pretty sure that if you would have fought it wrong, you'd probably got shot in the ass if you was around him. So anyway, his security was probably super tight. Anyway, so that's all I can see in regards to Dolly Parton's chart. Now, it's crazy. I mentioned Dolly Parton a couple of times in reference to getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom, because I think that Donald Trump, he offered Dolly Parton the Presidential Medal of Freedom, I think twice, and I think her schedule was too busy, and so I just I made a joke about it. I was like, well, since Dolly Parton is too, let me pull up my tweet real quick, pause, because what gets me is that K Michelle, I reference her a lot inside of my videos and posts or whatever, because like I have I had a prediction, and it's called The Final Judgment, and it's like I have this picture of a tarot card. Well, let me just pause a second, pull it up. Pause. Before I move on to that, though, I just remember something. Another person, they passed away recently within this eclipse cycle. His name was Tim Curry. He was born on April the 19th, 1946, in Grapton Hall, England. He passed away at age 80 years old on the date of August 25th, 2026. And so he was also an actor. So I forgot to say Hayden Panettiere's let me pause a second. Okay, so I forgot to mention a few things that Hayden Panettiere was in, her movies and video games. So I did not know that Hayden Panettiere, she voiced a character inside of a video game called Kingdom Hearts. I believe she voiced a character named Kyrie, and I was shocked to hear that Kingdom Hearts was basically my childhood. Like when an ad for Kingdom Hearts came on, like when I was inside of high school, it was like the first video game where I was like, oh my god, I never seen anything like this before. And so it was the video game that I could never get when I was a kid, because I'm like, yeah, broke. But anyway, so I was like, to find out that Hayden Panettiere was like part of my part of my childhood. I was like, whoa, crazy. So she voiced Kyrie inside of Kingdom Hearts, I think 1 and 2, and I think somebody else voiced Kyrie inside of Kingdom Hearts 3, I think. But anyway, so also Hayden Panettiere, she also was featured inside a video game called Until Dawn. Also, I think Hayden Panettiere, she was also inside of a show titled Heroes, which was a great show. I still have the DVDs. I think I have all of them. Also, I think that Hayden Panettiere, she was featured inside of a TV show called Nashville, if I'm correct. But Hayden Panettiere, she was considered she was one of the girls that was considered like America's sweetheart or whatever. So that's yeah. So that's Hayden Panettiere. And another American sweetheart is Dolly Parton. I mean, I think she sang a song called 9 to 5. She wrote the song I Will Always Love You by Dolly Parton, but was Whitney Houston sang the song too. So, and Dolly Parton is known for a lot of things. I mean, Dollywood and etc. So yeah. So this man right here, his name is Tim Curry. He was born on April 19th, 1946. Now, he's been inside of several movies, including Home Alone 2, Donald Trump. But he was also featured inside, I believe, Charlie's Angels, I believe the first one. And Charlie's Angels, the first one, was I watched that movie so many times. My favorite Charlie's Angels movie is Charlie's Angels 2, featuring Madison Lee, who was an apparent astrologer. And Madison Lee, she was played by Demi Moore. So, And I love that character. Even now, I go back and watch that scene where she shoots the speaker box. I wasn't good. I was great. Anyway, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, just type in. Well, go to YouTube and type in Demi Moore gets revenge on speaker box. I don't know. Anyway, so that's Tim Curry. Tim Curry was in a lot of movies as well too, but I don't know all of them. I know his face. Anyway, so the astrology for him, his natal ascendant is inside of Leo. It's very, very close to what. It was not close to the eclipse point. However, his natal sun, it was in a trinal aspect to that the exactness of where transit sun conjoined transit K2 inside of the sky. And being that he's the Leo ascendant, and his sun disposes, I believe, Pluto on his ascendant. But not only that, he has several other planets right at 29 degrees. I believe his natal Mars is at 29 degrees, and his moon is at 29 degrees so his natal Mars is at 29 degrees of roughly 29 degrees of Cancer, which is inside his 12th house. His natal moon is at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. And his natal sun is at 29 degrees of Aries. So, all in all, what it shows inside astrology is that it could cause a loss for him via a fire trine, because that's exactly what happened, and it's natal inside of his chart. And so you have to just look at it. There's so much stuff to this. I want to really just go over. I want to joke a little bit because I'm like, but I got to get over the serious astrology first, and I got to also go back and say, well, nothing really happened with Donald Trump, and nothing really happened with the Clintons as far as I can see. But anyway, so this is Jesus Christ, Tim Curry. His little green dot out of the way. In his natal chart, his sun is right here. His moon is right here, 29 degrees, yeah. Sorry. I can't even get... The moon is right here. And his natal Mars is right here. And when that eclipse hit that's what probably took him out. So... And there's a lot more astrology that's going on with that, and plus I haven't looked at the progressions. I haven't looked at the dasha. I haven't looked at the every aspect. That's just looking at one simple thing that could have caused his death. But anyway, so why didn't anything happen to Donald Trump? I'm probably gonna go over that astrology. Let me pause a second. One, he probably was warned by one of the best astrologers inside the world, moi, or not, maybe, yeah, maybe he just got lucky. But let me pull up his astrology real quick, and I'll be back. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. So I was trying to figure out what could have caused him not to have been assassinated around the 22nd or the 21st of August 2026. And looking here. Pretty much, the astrology does say that he gets angering news or something. But the thing about it is that it causes his hidden enemies, they get emotional about something. So let me try to see if I can try to show what's going on here. So here's the date of August 21st, 2026. If you look right here, transit moon right here. Right here, that's transit moon, conjoins his natal moon. And so that's saying that that probably his hidden enemies, something they can get emotional about something. But not only that, see, another indicator right here is transit Mars. It's right here. Transit Mars, right? Conjoins his natal Mercury. And so that means he gets problems from anger news, or something angering can give him some kind of information or something like that. And Mercury disposits his natal sun, Rahu, and Uranus. He gets a shocking rise to he gets shocking status in the rise. However, his hidden enemies, they get emotional about something. That's the moon. And hidden enemies, understand Donald Trump, he's the Leo rising. So this is first house. And the first house is the house itself. And Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. This the Leo is ruled by the sun. Cancer for Donald Trump rules his 12th house, or house of losses and endings. And so the thing about it, the thing about why Donald Trump is very, 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 very difficult to kill him is because his hidden enemies, they're destined to lose. And they're gonna always be his hidden enemies are gonna always be emotional and always be irrational, and they're gonna always lose and they're gonna always have their beliefs destroyed or at a loss. They'll be at a loss of their beliefs. It'll be like disbelief, because understand that K2 means losses, and his hidden and the moon is losses or hidden enemies as well. 12th house is the house of hidden enemies as well. So, and understand that 6th house is the house of open enemies. So Capricorn would be the enemies that Donald Trump can't see, and the moon or Capricorn or Saturn is the enemies that Donald Trump can see, and the moon or Cancer is the hidden enemies that he can't see. So his hidden enemies lose via the astrology. I'm sorry, it's probably boring and crazy, but yeah. So, but you see that he has a lunar return on this day, and so his hidden enemies, they're emotional about something, and they lose something. And again, in the last video I showed you, there were a lot of women saying that, or a lot of astrologers saying that, oh, this could take Donald Trump out. However, you saw what happened. And understand that the crazy thing about it all is that a woman, one of the most beloved American icons, a woman, she passed away instead of Donald Trump, who is also another icon. And it's funny, they both have gold hair. But anyway, like, one of America's sweethearts, one of the most beloved people that everybody loves, they pass away, and yet he doesn't. That's just an example of what you're dealing with when you mess with Donald Trump. Karmically, it's all inside of the astrology. Is that Donald Trump's hidden enemies are going to have a major loss, but Donald Trump's going to have a shocking rise, and that's just that. And not only that, he is some sort of king or some sort of Regulus. Donald Trump's ascendant is conjunct the fixed star Regulus, or if you Google it, it's like the little king or something like that, or the prince. And so, and with his natal sun conjunct Rahu is like a rise, but not only that, conjunct Uranus, a shocking rise. And so something could have gave Trump's a hard warning, or a warlike warning to be careful, and then he shockingly avoided something. Because again, like I said, transit Mars is conjunct his Mercury right here. Excuse the dirty nails, but it's right there. Mars conjunct Mercury. And understand that Mercury disposits his shocking rise to status, because it's inside his 10th house. So the sun rules him right here. It's inside of Gemini, and Gemini rules Mercury. And Rahu is just it's just a rise, shocking rise. It's gonna be very very difficult to kill this man. And when you try to, uh, what some lady told me this a while back, you might try to dig a ditch for somebody else. Your ass might be one that falls into it. Anyway, and another thing is that the moon, it rules women, feminine energy and stuff like that. Every time you get emotional and like feminine, like super feminine and emotional and irrational, Donald Trump can cause a loss of your beliefs. Just by being who he is. Let me pause a second. Okay, so I'm back. Another thing that could have been a sign that nothing was going to be serious, well, too serious, was the fact that there weren't any progressions outside of the transits that were going on that said or that spoke and said that the people around him was going to be devastated or sad about anything. Now, on the contrary, for Hillary Clinton, it showed that she was going to go through it. She was going to be very, very upset about something. I think that she did do an interview on, I think, C-SPAN. Let me try to pull it up real quick and pause. Okay, so on August 24th, 2026, former Secretary of State and First Lady Hillary Clinton sits down for a conversation hosted by the Hamptons Institute on a variety of topics, including diplomacy, national security, global leadership, and America's role in the world. And this video was posted on C-SPAN, and it's titled "Conversation with Hillary Clinton," and it was posted on August 24th, 2026. So if you want to watch it, it's an hour and 5 minutes. But anyway, I'm not going to say anything bad about it. But I think within the first 2 minutes and 55 seconds of the video, I think she said that we need to protect America from kings and demigods. I'm like, what the world? Demigods? Where did that come from? I guess they've been saying kings, so no kings. Why are you bringing demigods into this situation? Like, what's going on? What's going on there? Anyway, kind of weird. Anyway, so recording. That was interesting. Let me pause a second. Okay, so I'm back. Since I don't care about getting banned anymore, because pretty much the only other big date that I can only imagine something happening, it would be around like September 27th and or August 1st, 2026, which will be around the time that Donald Trump and this administration will probably want to spring an October surprise on us or whatever. That's when for Hillary Clinton, her progressed moon will make an aspect to, I believe, her natal and progressed Saturn, all the while around the same time for Bill Clinton, and that means a very very depressing event could happen around that time. Depressing news and a depressing event. But around the same day, Bill Clinton he gets lucky for some reason. He has a progression to his Jupiter, and keep in mind that a similar event happened around June the 13th, 2026, where Hillary Clinton, she got lucky for some reason, and yet Bill Clinton was going through the same astrology as the beginning of his trial. And what happened was, I don't know, except the only thing that came out from the FBI was the fact that there was a major terror plot that happened around Flag Day, which is also Donald Trump's birthday, where they hosted a UFC fight in front of the White House or whatever. So I don't know. Keep in mind that even though you might not see things going on, it does not change the fact that things are going on behind the scenes that you cannot see. And so something may have happened on that day, but being that Bill Clinton is not prominent side of the news like he would normally be, as if he was president or something like that, he's not in the focal front right now, especially with all this Epstein stuff going on. So you really won't see specifically some things that are going on, possibly. So my point is just that things are probably going inside of the background, shocking things that we haven't seen yet. that will probably get exposed around October before the midterm elections or whatever. But anyway, an October surprise. Woo. Anyway, so since my point was that I don't care about getting banned anymore, I'm gonna play a little bit of what Hillary Clinton had to say, and she said specifically, no kings and no demigods. Why bring God into this? But anyway, so
that you inherited in 2009 when you were sworn in as Secretary of State, and what do you think our founders would think about the current state of affairs? That's question one.
Yeah, look, I think they'd be appalled. I think they would be worried because so many of them express their concerns about how best to construct a government that would avoid a return to a king or even a demagogue, how to...
oh, she said demagogue. Let me pause that. I didn't look that word up. Demagogue. I thought she said demigod. Like demigod. Demagogue. Let me pause a second. Okay, so Googled it. Here it is right here. So a demagogue is a political leader who gains power by appealing to the people's emotions, fears, and prejudices rather than using rational arguments or facts. So, let's see here. Trump does not want... There's one question I want Hillary Clinton to answer. Just one. Let me pause for a second because I don't really care about getting banned anymore. I want you to hear from her mouth let me pause a second to see if I can find it real quick. Because I'm like, I had to watch this whole fucking hour and 5-minute damn bullshit damn video. So, pause. Okay, so I'm back. I was trying to find the timestamp where she said this. Anyway, I'm gonna just play what she said or whatever, because I don't care about getting banned anymore.
Well, Trump has personally fired are his 4 women appointments. The Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department, the Labor Department, and one other. It's sort of ironic that the only people Trump has personally fired are his 4 women appointments. The Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department, the Labor Department, and one other. So I think that we've made a lot of progress, but I don't think we can take it for granted. And I was privileged to be an executive producer of the wonderful play Suffs, about the struggle to get women the right to vote. And in the last song, Keep Marching, there's that really poignant line that progress is possible but not guaranteed. So we have to continue to believe progress is possible, but we can't take it for granted. And we can't assume that because, Roe v. Wade gave women autonomy over the most personal of their health decisions, that it's going to be there forever, because there are always forces at work that want to turn the clock back on women. So
there's always forces that want to turn the clock back on women. The question I have, Hillary Clinton, is, what is a woman? What is a woman? Like, I've Googled it. I tried to find Google AI where she defined exactly what a woman is. I don't think that there's been she's given a concrete answer to that question. Let me pause for a second because I think I had another point I was trying to make. Let me pause. So, back to a demagogue. A demagogue is a political leader who gains power by appealing to people's emotions, fears, and prejudices rather than using rational arguments or facts. Should biological men be able to enter into women's locker rooms, bathrooms, etc.? This is the question. Just asking. Let me pause in a second. Another question. Is it normal for a governmental entity to take children away from their parents because the child saw on a commercial that they saw inside of a classroom is supposed to be teaching them the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and maybe, who knows, coding or whatever. God forbid you try to teach them how to fix or manufacture a computer chip or something like that, because I don't think the future is AI. I think the future is robots. But anyway, and so just like people need to know how to fix a tire on a car now, or change a tire on a car now, I think that the kids of the future are going to need to know how to fix the circuit boards on their Teslas, and their circuit boards in their phones. So, but anyway, so instead of teaching them something that might help them outside the future, these teachers and these political people are pushing the agenda that a child that's younger than 18 can mutilate their genitals, and that's fine. So using the word demagogue, a political leader who gains power by appealing to people's emotions, fears, and prejudices rather than using rational arguments or facts. Is cutting your dick off or mutilating your genitals, is that rational? Mutilating the genitals of a child. Just demagogue. I thought you said demigod. No, demagogue. Okay, demagogue. Anyway, where was I going? Because I lost. I'm gonna just start drinking. Cause I'm like, look, I'm 36 minutes in. This video's probably boring as shit. And good, FBI or CIA, enjoy the video. I hope you're bored as shit. Because, like, my prediction in regards to the Clintons getting taken down or going through a very, very shocking event has not manifested as far as I can see as of yet. But there's like one more date, or really two more. That's September 27th and October 1st. And then Dolly Parton, she passed away. I'm like, look, I'm thinking about K. Michelle, the singer. And I'm like, that, yeah, I'm just going to jump into a whole different lane. Anyway, so K. Michelle, so I'm thinking about Dolly Parton. And how K. Michelle, she is a feminist. Well, she claims to be a feminist, and I love her for trying her best in regards to black people and women too. She does the best she can. Don't pop up and beat my ass, because she has her chart and my chart together looks like she would probably pop me like, look. She's gonna beat my ass up. But anyway, hopefully not. Hopefully not. I love you, K. Michelle. But anyway, so K. Michelle loved Dolly Parton. She loved her, so I really don't want to piss her off. In reference to that, I had a point. Also, she pushed for Hillary Clinton in, I think, 2016. And the question is, is Danny Williams / Clinton a black man from Little Rock, Arkansas, who claims to be Bill Clinton's black biological son, who asked for a DNA test from Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Barack Hussein Obama, and Monica Lewinsky. I need to go back and see. Let me pause a second. Like I said, I don't care about getting banned anymore. I don't give a shit. Let me pause. Okay, so I'm back. So yeah, the video was posted on November the 5th, 2016, and it's Danny Williams / Clinton asking Obama to help him prove that Bill Clinton is Danny Williams / Clinton's father. And here's a short clip. And so I think around 2016, I think K. Michelle, she was trying to get was it 2020 or was it 2016? I think that Hillary Clinton went up against Donald Trump around 2016. So yeah, so here you go.
President Obama, my name is Danny Williams. I am the son of former President Bill Clinton. I'm reaching out to you today because I know you can understand me. You also grew up without a father, and you are our first black president. You have supported Black Lives Matter and my brother's keeper, so I know that you believe my life matters. I have tried for years to contact my father, Bill Clinton, and also my stepmother, Hillary Clinton. Sadly, I have heard nothing back. President Obama, I have to know who I am. I have to know that my father and my stepmother will accept me, their black son. Please make sure to step up to prove that my life does matter.
So while K. Michelle was supporting and pushing for Hillary Clinton to become the first female president, that was going inside the background. So again, K. Michelle's for black men and women. So that's a pickle to be in. But anyway, if it came out that Danny Williams / Clinton is Bill Clinton's black biological son, and he's been asking Obama and Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton for help. Anyway, and yet he was abandoned. And keep in mind that I think Hillary Clinton, she also said inside this video. Let me pause a second. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. So like I said, I watched this entire 1 hour and 5 minute video, or this conversation with Hillary Clinton or whatever. And so this interviewer, he asked Hillary Clinton, like, what gives her hope? So here it is.
This audience question: what and who give you hope?
Well, young people give me hope, including my 3 grandchildren give me hope. I think that...
Let me pause a second.
Presidents, Bill Clinton the choice, and I really believe that. And I think we need it now more than ever. I don't think it's an accident that our 2 most recent 2-term Democratic presidents, Bill Clinton, the man from hope, and Barack Obama, the hope and change candidate, both came from a position of hope. And I find this very, in a way, touching, because both were fatherless boys raised by devoted mothers who gave them hope and gave them a feeling of possibility in their own lives. And they both had remarkable journeys. And they never lost that sense that hope was one of the reasons that they ended up where they did. And they wanted to make that available to others. So for me...
So the question is, what about Danny Williams Clinton? Anyway, so did you say demigod or demagogue? Let me look at that word one more time. A demagogue is a political leader who gains power by appealing to people's emotions, fears, and prejudices rather than using rational arguments or facts. So my question is it fact or fiction that Danny Williams Clinton is Bill Clinton's black biological son? That's my only question. Oh no, that wasn't my question. So that was the prequel to. I think I already asked the question though. What is a woman? That's my entire point. My question for Hillary Clinton is, what is a woman? Well, so I have 2 then. Is Danny Williams Clinton Bill Clinton's black biological son? And what is a woman? Can you please tell me? Please tell me, because I'm like, I want to know. I want to know from your own mouth, what is a woman? So I'm simply watching Dan Bongino. And I'm just like, you get tired of, in my opinion, gaslighting I mean, I can see the astrology, and it shows something that's going on, either in front of the scenes or behind the scenes. Maybe I'm being investigated because I said some crazy shit in regards to the Clintons or whatever, and they probably tried to say it was a threat or something. I'm like, look, this is a warning. You're going to the same astrology as the Monica Lewinsky scandal. But it was always a warning. I even warned Donald Trump more than the Clintons. So if anybody will have a problem, have some kind of situation with me, it probably Donald Trump. And I tried to warn his ass multiple times, and shit went down. He was almost assassinated on well, at first I predicted Charlie Kirk's death. I told Trump Jr. to be careful, watch his circle. Let's see, and I gave the dates too. Let's see who else. So what other dates? I did November 5th and Zoran Mondami, but not only that, some man passed on the side of the Oval Office. Ugh. What else? And yeah. Also, I predicted the National Guard shooting that happened around it was around November 25th. Let me pause a second. 2025. Let me pause. So yeah. So the National Guard shooting, it happened on November the 26th, 2025 at approximately 2:15 p.m. Eastern time. And so instead of astrology showing me that, I had a dream. And so I'm trying to tell people to be careful and stuff like that, and this shit happened anyway. What else? And this is after Donald Trump passed this clean CR bill or whatever that was apparently wasn't so clean, where bitch McConnell, he sat up and snuck in some shit that closed the 2018 hemp or farm bill loophole or whatever, which basically decimated all of the hemp and vape shops that invest inside Donald Trump in his 2018 farm bill. And then some people might be watching this video and see I have like a slight cough or whatever. I've had a slight cough for years. When I when I sang or whatever, I sung for so long, and what I used to do was I used to try to get hit extremely high notes or whatever, and like maybe I pulled the muscles like that, I don't know, but I've had this for a long time, even before I started using the vape. I started using the vape around like what November the 20 Thanksgiving 2024, I believe. And so yeah, that was so I've had this slight cough most of my entire life. So if it's some major disease or whatever, I don't really give a shit anymore. God done fucked my damn life up so goddamn much. I'm like, look, I don't give a shit. If you're gonna take me out, get it over with. But whatever. Point. So I predicted the National Guard shooting. And let's see what else. I also predicted the April 25th dinner raid by a guy who said he's gonna take out everybody inside the building except for Cashy Cash Patel. And then also I predicted some other stuff too. Oh yeah, the recent event where I said that Donald Trump needs to be careful around what the 20th of around the late days of the early parts of August, because Donald Trump will transit Mars conjoined Donald Trump's natal sun, and what happened was they found that a possible or reported possible terrorist named Janine, they popped up with a fake badge and some weapons or whatever, and some questionable notes and stuff, whatever. And it's funny. Before that event happened, I made a post on True Social and on Twitter, where there's this meme talking about some surprise motherfucker, disguised motherfucker, and then it ended up being somebody in disguise, and they apparently had Melania Trump's information in regards to possibly knowing her her schedule and her route. So I predicted that too. And apparently also there's another I made another post talking about with that lady, that the crazy plane lady, saying that motherfucker is not real. And then days later that event happened where the guy had the fake badge. Anyway. And then also, and then she got the plane, right? And apparently it came out that Donald Trump switched planes or whatever using a food truck or whatever. Am I just psychic? Paranormal? So I can only imagine what the CIA or the FBI or whatever thinks about me. I'm like, look, I'm after this prediction or whatever, I'm quitting. I don't really give a shit. I guess it's luck or it's fate. I'm just looking at the astrology, and the astrology said that I was supposed to have said something huge around May the 25th, 2026. And what I did was I made that post titled "And Then," and that prediction plays out all the way until March of 2027. And for some reason, around March 2027, a violent event can happen in regards to my career, or I could probably piss off a lot of people. And maybe I'm right or maybe I'm wrong. But I do know that Donald Trump and his circle, they should get lucky around March 2027. That's just that. What else was I trying to say? Let me pause things. I'm rambling now because I don't really give a shit anymore. I probably find that post where I made the post about that motherfucker that's not real. And then the surprise. I said this in my last video, but it's I should have said what the full what the full reference came out to be. It's fun, like I just do weird shit and it just somehow it applies to things that are happening politically. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky, or maybe I'm just like a psychic or something like that. Ooh. Let me pause. Oh yeah. And then I said I wanted a President Trump of freedom. And then I said to my Dolly Parton. let me pull it up real quick. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm just gonna go. Well, show you the post I made in reference to the date what I thought was gonna happen before August 9th, 2026. And so I made this post again on July the 24th, 2026 at 10:20 a.m. on True Social and oof.
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with him or not. I'm not going to. But I am telling you.
So, I think it came out on pause. Okay, so I'm back. So I made this post on July the 24th, 2026. And I said I spoke before August 9th, 2026. And then so okay now. The news broke on Monday, August 10th, 2026. Regarding Donald Trump secretly switching planes during his departure from a NATO summit in Turkey the previous month on July 8th, 2026. So that's what happened on August the 10th, 2026. Now, I've also made another post on July the 24th, 2026.
Surprise, motherfucker. First prize, motherfucker. Hard eyes, motherfucker. Rude eyes, motherfucker. Supplies, motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker. Disguise, motherfucker. Some pies, motherfucker. All rise, motherfucker. Wrong size, motherfucker. Surprise, motherfucker. First prize, motherfucker.
And so it came out later on. So again, this post was made on July the 24th, 2026. Let me pause a second to get the exact date where some person possibly tried to assassinate Melania Trump. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. So apparently, on August the 2nd, 2026, I think I warned. Well, I just showed you the date where I made that post. So the event happened on August 2nd, 2026, where Janine John Teely, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, and Secret Service have apprehended him at the Trump National Golf Club in Los Angeles and Rancho Palos Verdes, California. Key incident details. The fake badge, when confronted by federal agents, TD falsely claimed to work for the U.S. State Department. Security found a fake badge in his pickup truck that read Security Protection Agent. The intelligence dossier. Prosecutors revealed in the court that Teely carried notebooks containing 208 pages of sensitive data, including explicit copies of First Lady Melania Trump's daily schedule, Secret Service personnel details, and tactical sketches of the golf course. Weapons recovered. Police seized a loaded 9mm pistol. Weapons recovered. Police seized a loaded 9mm pistol and binoculars from his vehicle. A subsequent search of his home uncovered an illegally modified short-barreled AR platform rifle, a .45 pistol, and body armor. Current case status. On August 26, 2026, a judge suspended the criminal proceedings against Teely after a pre-trial evaluation determined he was mentally unfit to stand trial. And this is why I will never go. And this is why I will never visit California. Anyway, so today's the 28th, right? So that was 2 days ago, and it's like 1:35 a.m. right now. So it's like that was roughly like 1 day ago. So basically, I predicted that too. Anyway, I said that Trump needed to be careful around that date. So I basically said the entire month of August 2026, but I said that around the 29th of July, I think that transit Mars conjoined his natal sun, which rules his ascendant, which could have caused loss for him physically. And so apparently I was right. And apparently also the person had a possible disguise too. Maybe I'm just psychic. The CIA and the FBI probably have like a field day with me. Anyway. So I wonder if I get $13 million in the third time I go middle. I was supposed to have been talking about Dolly Parton. Yeah, Dolly Parton. Let me pause a second. Okay, so I've mentioned Dolly Parton a few times in my videos, especially in reference to K. Michelle. And K. Michelle, please don't pop and kick my ass. I love you and Dolly Parton. And I will always love you, Whitney Houston, too. I don't know why. Anyway, so I made this post on January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, July the 6th, 2026. And, well, let me just show it to you. It's posted on July the 6th, 2026. Oh, man. I made this post several times, but I think I'll only find it like in like certain areas. It's kind of hard to search for my posts for some reason on True Social and on Twitter. But I mentioned Dolly Parton here. So I said, so hi, Mr. Trump. I have one more request to add to my Candace Owens / Cardi B / Joe Biden / Santa Claus wish list. It has just recently come to my attention that the famous psychic astrologer, Jean Dixon, who predicted the assassination of JFK, requested a presidential medal of freedom from ex-President Bill Clinton, who is possibly Danny Williams / Clinton's who is possibly Danny Williams / Clinton's biological father. Possibly. Looking at the astrology shows that he probably is. But anyway, that's just my opinion for now. You gotta get the test done to make sure. But anyway, if you don't know, again, Danny Williams is a black man from Little Rock, Arkansas, who's in his 40s now. A 40-year secret hidden by the Democrats, in my opinion, or allegedly. A 40-year secret. a racist secret. Racist. And if you don't know that, Little Rock, Arkansas used to be one of the most racist states inside of the United States. They seceded from the Union. Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. If you know, you know, in reference to the Little Rock Nine. But never mind that for now. So, it has just recently come to my attention that the famous psychic/astrologer Jean Dixon, who predicted the assassination of JFK, requested a Presidential Medal of Freedom from ex-President Bill Clinton in or around 1994/1995. She passed away on January 25th, 1997. Dixon did receive the Republican, not Democrat, she received a Republican Senatorial Medal of Freedom in 1994, but not the Presidential Medal. Since the amazing came show. Since the amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, and talented Dolly Parton's schedule seems to always be so damn busy / filled, Jean Dixon seemingly wanted a Medal of Freedom, so I guess I'll ask you in her place. Honestly, I don't know much about Miss Dixon, but I do recognize that her work has led other astrologers to be who they are today. And I'm still new to astrology compared to other astrologers. Now, let me stop right here. Now, if I were all for the Presidential Medal of Freedom, I will also want for one other person to get a Presidential Medal of Freedom, and her name is Joni Patry. Let me pull her up real quick. Pause. Let me unpause. So this is Joni Patry right here, and this is her YouTube channel, Joni Patry Astrology. And she also tried to warn Donald Trump a few times in regards to his astrology. And she didn't do it out of her love for Donald Trump. She did it because of the astrology. The reason why she became an astrologer was because she saw Jean Dixon on TV, and she wanted to know how did Jean Dixon know that JFK would be assassinated, on the exact date and the whole situation in regards to that. And the only reason why I know about the name of Jean Dixon is because of Joni Patry. So I believe, so for now, I can only imagine that it'll probably be Joni Patry's dream come true, and it'll be like a full circle event for Joni Patry to not only get a presidential medal for Jean Dixon, but also for her as well. So I don't care about status, and I want the cash. I want like $13 million, the 13 solid gold medal. And I only want a 13-ounce solid gold medal, besides the Presidential Medal of Freedom, is because there's this guy on Ashley Seat. I told him that I was going to end up getting a medal from Donald Trump, some way, somehow, in some form, way, fashion, or whatever. Now, imagine, I hope the man is still alive, but, hi, Ancient. Hi, Ancient. But anyway, so he said, he told me that if he said, he said, I can get a gold medal. They probably sell gold medals at stores. I said, nah, Donald Trump's gonna give you a medal, some way, somehow, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So, you want to help me out, Donald Trump? A 13-ounce solid gold medal, 24 karat. Anyway, that's it for you, Ancient. But also a Presidential Medal of Freedom for Joni Patry. This is like her life's work. If she doesn't want it, that's her choice. Now the other guy, Steve Judd, I don't think that he likes Donald Trump too much. So I don't think that he would want a Presidential Medal of Freedom. And also I don't think he lives inside the United States. So I think Joni Patry, she is born and raised inside of Texas. I think, I don't know, but anyway, she's an American astrologer, and she claims to have saw Jean Dixon when she was on TV, and that was the beginning of her entire career. My career in regards to astrology started when I was working at a plant, just trying to sub and get back on my feet in regards to my career, which got destroyed. And so anyway, so I was trying to beat the lottery. Been trying to beat the lottery since 2018, and the only thing I was able to get was unemployment. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Back to my post. And it'd be crazy if, well, I don't look. I think that a dude named Jelly Roll. You know, I'm gonna finish this post, reading this post. Now I get to the somewhat drama that's going on right now. I think with the JFK Center, and not only that, but also some guy named Jelly Roll. I think that he also Jelly Roll. He went on tour with K Michelle. K Michelle, I love you. Don't murder me. Let me pause a second. So let me start back over. So, since the amazing K Michelle, gorgeous K Michelle, beautiful and talented Dolly Parton's schedule seems to always be so damn busy / filled, Jean Dixon seemingly wanted a medal of freedom. So I guess I'll ask you in her place. And again, I said this all the way back on July the 6th, 2026 at 11:20 p.m. Just to reiterate. Honestly, I don't know much about Miss Dixon, but I do recognize that her work has led other astrologers to be who they are today, like Johnny Patry, who also tried to warn Donald Trump about his bad astrology. And not because she loves Donald Trump, or it's because she was trying to prevent a terrible event to happen. That's all she's trying to do. But anyway, I do recognize that her work has led other astrologers to be who they are today. And I'm still new to astrology compared to other astrologers, which is true. It would be cool if I get a Medal of Freedom as well, with distinction. I want to, if I want to get a President's Medal of Freedom, I want the tippy top, the best of the best. I don't care. I don't, if it's not with distinction, I don't even want it. Ancient, and you know who I'm talking to. Ancient. Anyway, so with distinction. However, I have trolled the shit out of so many people, which I have, and said so much fucked up shit and crazy shit that I don't really care, which I don't. I'm just posting this for shits and giggles at this point. But it'll be interesting. Think about it. Anyway, Christmas is past, so let's have Christmas in July 2026. Talk to you later. And you know it's crazy, I made this post on July the 6th, 2026, and days later on the 11th of July, that's when Lindsey Graham, he passed away. Anyway, I said signed astrologer Ice Blizzard 3, the god of astrology. And that, I got a screenshot where I went to Google AI and asked, did Jean Dixon ask Bill Clinton for a President's Medal of Freedom, and apparently she lobbied for it, but she didn't really get it. Well, she solicited the President's Medal of Freedom instead of asking Bill Clinton directly. And again, if you don't know, Jean Dixon was the astrologer who told JFK that he went to an event inside of Texas, he would not return. He would die. He would die, and he died. So anyway, so let's see here. Pause. Okay, so I'm back. So apparently there's like some drama going on with the JFK Center or whatever, and Donald Trump's name being on the building or whatever. Look, I don't care anymore. So I'm just moving on from that. I don't really care. But still, President Medal of Freedom for Jean Dixon and Johnny Patry. And Jean Dixon did predict JFK's assassination. Moving on. So apparently there's a guy, his name is Jelly Roll, and apparently recently he started saying started calling Donald Trump fat and all this other stuff or whatever. And crazily enough, he went. Did he go on tour? So Jelly Roll did not go on tour with K Michelle, but apparently they had performed together live, and they sang a song titled "Love Can Build a Bridge." And I'm like, K Michelle, I love you. Don't pop and beat my ass. I'm sorry. I love you. But I do. I did watch that performance, and I miss the songs where K Michelle sang about her pain. I probably can't sing right now. My voice cracks so well. Let me try to clear my throat a little bit. Now that story about her and R. Kelly, and that song like goes like, I just can't do this. Though I love you And I care about you, but you keep hurting me, and I keep forgiving you. I just can't do this. No, I can't. Don't wanna lose you, need you in my life, but you keep hurting me. While I sacrifice, boy, I can't do this. No, I can't. Now that you feel that. Like, I'm listening to K Michelle's new song. I think it's called Whiskey, God and Whiskey. Let me pause a second to pull it up real quick. But it's titled Jesus and Whiskey, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really, because what gets me about K Michelle is that she don't want to sing out no man breaking her heart and all this other stuff, and she want to be hard on other stuff, in my opinion. And when you sing country, in my opinion, I want to drink my fucking whiskey. I want to be, and you know, I like Jack Daniels too. I like Jack Daniels more than anything else. I hate Hennessy. I like Jack Daniels. It has a chocolate note to it. That's how you say it. Anyway. But anyway, so I want to be drinking my Jack Daniels, and I want to be fucking over here, bawling my eyes out, listening to a love song, thinking about my ex like that. I don't want to be thinking. I don't want to. So all these people trying to be hard on all this other stuff. Well, do you think I want? And I mean, Cardi B. You want to bring Cardi B into this? I don't want to hear no song about I'm popping my pussy and all this stuff. I'm like, I want like there's this new song by this other dude. I gotta pull it up, but it hasn't came out yet. It comes out today, as a matter of fact. On today's the 28th. It comes out today. Let me pause a second. I heard a clip of it, and let me pause. Let me unpause. So this is K Michelle. If you want to listen to her new song titled "Jesus and Whiskey," and I think that the lyric video sounds better than the well, anyway, just if you want to listen to him. I'm not that much of a country fan. I'm trying to find this country song by this other dude. He is coming out today. Pause. Okay, well, I got something new to watch right now, but it's so the artist's name is Kobe Lee Swift, and the song is titled "Wish It Was You." Official music video. It was posted on August 27, 2026. It only has 29 likes and 41 views. But when I heard this song, let me turn the volume down. I've only heard a snippet of it. I haven't listened to the whole thing. This is the thumbnail. Being that there's an eclipse right now, I can only imagine it's going to be a great song. But just that one clip of me hearing the song, and I heard this song all the way back. I had to go to my history and find this song. Ooh, no. Oh, the volume's down. Okay. But I had to go to my history and try to find this video. And yeah, just hearing it one time, and I'm reminded of it. When you hear a country song, and it's when you hear a song, and it strikes a note inside your heart, it's done for. Just like I said, the song "You Should Have Killed Me." I'm not gonna sing that right now because I'm like, yeah, but you know that song came from the heart because it's like K Michelle was going through some shit at the time, and then also the song "I Just Can't Do This." She was going through some stuff with R. Kelly. Though I love you and I care about you, but you keep hurting me and I keep forgiving you. I just can't do this. Boy, I just can't do this. Don't want to lose you, need you in my life, but you keep, while I sacrifice. Can't do this, boy, I just, ooh, So probably the best I can do right now. I mean, I'm used to I used to like push myself to the very limits in regards to vocally, because I don't know what the highest note I can hit, and with the head voice, I know I can. I don't know if it's whistle or not, but with breathing, breathe out, oh, oh, whoa, whoa, oh. Anyway, I gotta listen to this song by this dude, or whatever. I don't know if I saved it or not, but I screenshotted it because I'm like the little snippet of what I heard of this song a while back. It brought me right back to it, and I had a yeah. Anyway, sorry, I probably sound crazy as hell. I think that's gonna be it for this video. I don't really have anything else to talk about, and if I do, I forgot. And this yeah. How much time has passed? Okay. K Michelle, don't kill me. That's all I'm saying. I love your music. Well, I love your music. I love your music. I wish it was more about heartbreak and not about trying to be tough and rough and all this other stuff. I'm like, not a mentor, a coach at a place I used to work at. She once told me that she was once asked about, what do you do when somebody hurts you? And what that coach said, I think her name was Venice. That's her real name, Venice. And she probably knows who I am. I don't know if she doesn't, because I used to sing there. But she said it's so easy to stoop down to their level, but it's so much harder to do the right thing and be a good person and try to just be better. But sometimes you want to take it over the hell. But anyway, I think this world needs the culture needs more what's it, love can build a bridge. The culture, especially black culture, needs more love songs, more what do you call it, simp songs or whatever. Because the thing about it is that, okay, so if everybody's been hard and all this other stuff, whatever, who you gonna run to when you need somebody that's soft? Anyway, there ain't no place. There won't be no place to run. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I love UK Michelle. I love Cardi B. Don't beat my ass. I love Dolly Parton. Love Whitney Houston. So that's gonna be it for me. Yeah, bye.